Yo, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to another VOD review. This guy, Shammy Sensei, by the way, I follow you on Twitch, is an Emerald EOS, Emerald player. I know a lot of people are interested in Emerald games and whatnot. You always tell me to have an account there and like actually play there, but honestly, guys, there's not much of a point. I just want to bring this up real quick. If I'm playing in Emerald and I'm winning these games, there is not much you're gonna see other than me just like punishing mistakes the entire time, right? The real learning aspect for you guys comes in if you understand how to punish these mistakes, right? How to get good at punishing mistakes. So yeah, but still, we have like a lot of VOD reviews in Emerald, which is like really good, where you guys can learn a lot from. I'm gonna pick this gameplay. He went 80 UDYR here. First of all, we have to look at the stats though. He has a 50% win rate, 50% win rate. Okay, CS. You could push this to 7 at least, in my opinion, as UDYR. Like 7 is really not hard to achieve. I don't have any account, even where I troll, where I don't have 7 CS per minute. The KDA is not looking so bright, in my opinion. You die way too much. That probably means that you just take fights that are unnecessary way too much. And this also kind of reflects in your CSing. If you're dead, you can't CS. Shocker, I know. But we're gonna take this gameplay here. He went 80 UDYR, and I will just like talk about like everything setup related in the OPGG section of this video, because I think it just makes more sense for us to talk about it here. So first of all, you're in a full AD lobby. Every champion in your team is AD. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean you can't play AD UDYR, necessarily speaking. But then we look at another layer that comes on top of this. You have 2 champions that are gonna build lethality. What does lethality get countered by? Armor. You make it very attractive for the enemy team to build armor. Whether they do or not, whether they are stupid or smart, doesn't really matter to us as players. We want to go for the most optimal decisions as soon as the lobby starts, and this is already very suboptimal. Right, like, yes, they have squishy champions, but they do have a Galio, right? They do have a Yone who could like slot in some armor item, which he did. So you're kind of destroying the damage distribution in your team. Now think about it like this. If you went AP this game, how fucked would the enemy team be if you built like Leandri's DMP into Riftmaker and you have a lot of AP damage that they have to deal with? Do they really want to build MR items for one champion that is a melee juggernaut? Probably not. So picking 80 UDYR here is very, very nonsensical in my opinion. Then your build choice is also a little bit questionable in my opinion. So I do play this build, by the way, but I play this build into champions that are melee-ish range, so that means like either short range or melee, and champions that are a little bit more beefy, right? Now, we have a Yone that falls under this category, arguably, but he is topside, so you're not going to interact with him a lot. We have a Karthus who definitely doesn't fall into this category. He's high utility, he has exhaust this game, he has range. We have Galio, which doesn't fall into this category really, because Galio's built kind of juggernaut tank right now. We have Jinx that doesn't fall into this category, and we have Seraphine who doesn't fall into this category. So out of 5 champions, there's 1 champion where this build makes sense against, and the alternative should have been Ghostblade Trinity Force, because what are these squishy immobile ranged champions gonna do against an UDYR that just runs at them with Ghostblade? Pretty much nothing. So build choice very sussy here in my opinion. Then the runes look fine. Runes look okay. I kind of like water walking and celerity with this setup more because you don't have means to get on targets really. So I would rather get on a target than stick to a target. You can't stick to a target if you can't get on a target. That's why we built Ghostblade on the other build with approach velocity, inspiration, and with this build usually there's exceptions to the rule always with AD UDYR, but usually I go celerity, water walking. Now let me download the gameplay. Should be still available and should be still on here. Alright guys, sorry for the little cut there. Unfortunately, League of Legends didn't want to work with me, or the client I should say. Let's set up these profiles and talk matchups. So we have a Jinx and a Seraphine bot lane versus a Twitch and a Pyke. So this is definitely gankable. They're both a mobile and your Pyke has a hook. Let's not beat around the bush. This is definitely a gankable lane. Actually, it's Galio mid lane versus a Talon. We don't really care about it. We just have to watch out for the Galio roam around level 6, and then Talon can always assist us in the jungle. The UDYR versus Karthus matchup is definitely UDYR favored in my opinion, unless Karthus is just playing like a god that never interacts with you, which almost never gonna happen. Most interactions you are gonna win in my opinion until he just gets super fat and just presses R. And then top lane now versus Yon, they are both mobile and they both have CC. It's a gankable lane, but I would just path bot side here, to be really honest. Objective wise, this game, in my opinion, you can go for either. I would go for dragons. Dragons kind of allow you to fuck up and not scale that hard, because dragons are like, think about it like this, dragons are just scaling for you, right? They just scale up your team. They're just like another variable in the scaling calculation that the enemy team doesn't have, especially souls. So that would be my game plan. Half bot side play dragons. And of course I would probably be AP here, I'm not gonna lie. Now we didn't put a point into anything. We're invading for some reason on UDYR. Never invade on UDYR, guys. It's pretty... So your game plan for the first 4 minutes as UDYR is not to get a kill, not to get a flash on the enemy team. It's to get a ward maybe in the enemy jungle, and to get a full clear for your level 4. This is a waste of time. And think about it like this, if the enemy team would invade your top side and hold your top side hostage, you would be basically fucked this game. Or your game would be at least heavily delayed. I don't even stack with my team, okay? I don't even stack. I just let them do their thing, I ping them back, I ping for ward, and usually they listen. So we are pathing into top side. Why? I don't know exactly. Maybe it's your duo, I don't have any idea. We have to look at this clear. I didn't pay attention there. Okay. What is going on? First of all, you want to be in your queue, okay? Right now, you want to be in your queue so you have 2 Q auto attacks, because your 2 max HP auto attacks actually stay even if your Q is not active. That's why it's called a stance, right? This is not an ability, it's a clause stance. You have your 2 auto attacks if you press Q. I can demonstrate it here actually. When he presses Q, you're gonna see 2 auto attacks here that don't have a timer. These auto attacks stay, so if you want to start on blue buff, you just want to be in your queue. 2 auto attacks in your queue without activating the stance. Then activate your Q1, do 2 auto attacks. Then activate your Q2. That means you get 6 Q auto attacks in total. 6 max HP auto attacks, which is a big deal. So this already slows you down. Okay. Now, Karthus is pathing topside. We don't have any knowledge of that. We don't have wards. We didn't play for anything stable in the early game. Karthus is clearing like a snail. Wow. You should skip your red buff in order to do Cruxy, even if you want to gank topside. It doesn't really punish UDYR greatly, time-wise. So you saved about... You lost about 2 seconds on blue buff, and you saved about 3 seconds by skipping the red into Crux. I mean, for not skipping the red into Crux. This is not a bad gank. You have time. You get the kill here. If Karthus is human here, you just die, by the way. Nay. This was really bad, bro. You got the kill. Right, you got the kill here. I hate how it, like, takes the camera off you. It's so annoying. So, okay, you get to kill the Flash is fine, and just walk away, bro. Let him kill your top lane and just take the fucking L. So there's two things I want to mention already. He didn't know that Karthus is topside because he didn't play for a ward or play for any early game stability. He just played for like a death, right? Which means that he's ganking blindly, which means that this punish is justified by Karthus. Okay, quite honestly, not much you can do about the Galio invade here. I probably just wouldn't fight him, quite honestly, if I can. I would just keep my HP. Now, I don't know if you see Karthus on this. You do have a ward, so you know that he didn't go back yet, but you also know that he clears from bot to top, so your instant instinct should be, let me check his CS. Okay, he has 31 CS. What could that mean? He probably took some minions topside, right? If he would clear the camp, he would have 32, because each camp gives you 4 CS, so you can't have uneven numbers. You should instantly take Grump and walk here. Taking this right now is okay. It's not horrible, but it's kind of a waste of time in my opinion. Okay, Karthus is inting. Look for his chickens. Like, you have no reason not to take his chickens right now. In my opinion, what you can even do is take his chickens back, get whatever component or whatever stats you can get in base, and then path from top side to bot side, because your top laner is pushed in anyways right now. So Karthus is gonna get his chickens for fun here. Don't really like that. Again, you're both tempo junglers. So now, if you're topside, you should look for his topside camps because you gave him chickens, right? At least try to intercept him on blue or something, on Grump or something. You can also look for the topside gank. Keep in mind, Galio's very close to hitting 6 right now. Very, very close. So timer's important, the game flow is important here. You're randomly doing Grump. Your top lane, both of them can roam on this wave. Your mid lane also can roam, but you don't see Galio on the map right now. So you're just doing this blindly. Which means that even if Talon roams here, he's gonna be later than Galio, on average. The enemy team plays this safe for no reason. If they just collapsed on you here, let's just be honest, if they just collapsed on you here, like they just walked straight into you, they would have killed you. 100%, they would have just killed you. It would have taken Talon too long to even walk up. Look how many seconds they have. Yeah, you would be dead, but you get out, I think. Fighting. You Q to the Galio hit, it's fine. That's fine. Take the Grumps, go back, full clear from bot side to top side and look for Dragon Contest. You can Q2 these, they're not gonna bounce unless you pull them together. And it's faster. Instantly press B, don't even walk. You don't have, like, why waste the 2 seconds? Just instantly B. We stay on the map. Guys, we have Trinity Force in our pocket basically right now. Not really, but we have every Trinity Force component in our pocket right now. You're staying on the map to get Trinity Force, but in my opinion, just backing on all these components and being strong on the map is better right now. This is very greedy and pointless. You're staying for Trinity Force. No, hold up, he's playing Stridebreaker. Eclipse, why are we building Stridebreaker first? He's building Stridebreaker right now. Completely forgot he has the gold already. See, now you just locked yourself on. Not only did you grieve your sequencing of your camps because they're not going to spawn in order if you go back after this, but also, whatever. This is horrible. First of all, if you go this build, you go Eclipse first. Eclipse gives you a sheared scaling with AD, a lot of early game damage to snowball, and it's very cheap, and it gives you more AD. Controlling the map is much easier with that. Don't go Stridebreaker first. Don't. It's a waste of tempo. You could get your item, unironically 400 gold earlier. No, wait, 500 gold. We do a full clear topside, that's fine. You do it very fast with Stride Breaker, to be fair. Now you have two options. You could look top or you could look his jung. You're looking top. That's totally justifiable. You didn't E2 his ultimate. It's fine, you still get the kill. You have to flash though. This is a bit questionable. I think we have to talk about this here. So you get the kill on top side, right? We know that Kalphas is walking because we have vision on this, right? We know that Galio has ult. He didn't ult it. He's level 7. So we walk up here, which is fine. I don't hate the walking up part. We take the fight. You know what the issue with this play is? This play is doable in theory. In theory, you can 2v2 this, right? In theory. But you're extremely dependent on your Na actually auto-attacking and DPSing the entire time. Also note that Na doesn't have a lot of damage items right now. He has a Cole, he has Tabis, and he has a Durance Blade. But still, you can do this play, but I wouldn't, because I'm in fucking Emerald, and I'm not gonna trust my fucking Emerald top laner. Like, look. He walks out, which is fine. He walks back in. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. I would not do this play. What you could have done instead is you could still pray for this. You shove this with your top laner. You have Tiamat, right? You shove this with your top laner. You get your passive on this wave. And then you can look for the fight. So your top lane is pushed. You get the resources on your team. Maybe somebody's gonna hit like a level here. I don't know. Okay, you're dead. I can see it. Maybe now would have hit level 9 off of this. Making his Q maxed out. Right? You're missing out on a lot here, in my opinion. Like, it always sounds so weird to, like, just push out the wave, but that's the right aggressive play. Now he pushes out the wave. Now it's probably gonna have to blow TP now. So Na doesn't have TP for bot lane anymore. And you have to think, this is kind of all because of how you control the fights. You made Na fight there at the end of the day. Looking for a bot fight, that's okay. You wanna kill all 3 here, he doesn't have exhaust. Trade. Now grubs are spawning, there's no need to full clear, you can just walk to grubs and clear from top to bottom. Like, if we are being honest, grubs are up, you take the grubs, by the time grubs are dead, you can probably look your Crux and do a full clear towards bot side and be happy. You could even just walk here, do crab, walk to grubs. You can even walk through the lane. It doesn't matter. You have time, in my opinion. And then just play for that. Instead, you do the full clear route here. See, there's a time to farm and there's a time to do something aggressive. That's what I'm always saying, guys. This is a time where you should use the death time of Kalphas to do the objective. Why even give him the opportunity, in theory, to contest the grubs here? Now, mid lane... Enemy mid lane died, he doesn't have TP, he doesn't have flash. Doing this is fine. It's not the optimal situation, but at the end of the day you got lucky that they killed mid lane. So right after you do this, you should instantly walk into his jungle just to check. Good. That's good. Just to check if something is up, if there's a fight. That's fine. That's fine. Resetting here is probably a bit overkill. I mean, you do have 2k gold. It depends. I mean, actually recalling here is probably the right call because, let's be honest, you're probably not gonna get your camp. But if you don't get your camp, ping your team back. Stop being so quiet. You have no reason to be so quiet. Just, you are the jungler, okay? The jungler is the person who controls the first 15 minutes of the game. For the most part, right? It's like you need your team, but if you ping them correctly, they are usually gonna listen in low elo because they just don't know any better. Ping them back. Why even let them fight over your stupid blue buff? Who fucking cares if they get blue? It's completely irrelevant to your game. You get the push here, he's staying disrespectfully. You actually get CC'd, but you still get the kill. A testament to how bad this guy plays. I would never ever give a dragon for a herald. Never. This shit is useless, bro. And also a herald stays on the map for so long. Herald is still on the map for the next 6 minutes. Your team kills this. Why are we not just walking to dragon right now? We are? Thank you. We aren't? Take that thank you back. We aren't even looking... We're looking for a kill. So... You know how much opportunities you just lost? We just have to think about that. We have to look at that, actually. We get Herald, somehow, some way. They don't get Dragon because Karthus entered bot side. His top side is up right now. You even have a pink ward here, knowing this is not warded. You just go for the Ooga Booga kill instead of taking his wolves, taking his blue buff, maybe even chilling in the bush for a little bit, killing Karthus here, full clearing from top to bot side, and getting Dragon. Oh, I mean, Dragon is gone now, but getting anything on bot side. Like, why are we even wasting this opportunity here? What is this kill gonna change for your game? If you kill him, you get top turret with Herald. That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy play. When you can literally still get top lane turret, but get his entire top side and kill Karthus. And right now, Galio is full MR, practically. I mean, he has 30 armor, but you still one-shot him. So now Karthus gets to take his top side for free after taking Dragon for free. And all you got is a Rift Herald, and a Yone ult. Okay. Pathing towards bot side now, which is fine. Now we randomly decide we want to be on the map again. Which is bad. You missed out on at least 2 or 3 quadrants this game you could have farmed, which is at least a level and a half. If not more, in the resulting kills. You get a little fight here. That's okay. You don't have objectives on the map to farm again. We talked about it earlier. Your team doesn't scale that well because you went full AD with 2 lethality users, meaning that you are kind of forced to get the dragons to have a chance of scaling. That must have been an oopsie. Now your top lane is gonna die 1v1. Karthus didn't even impact this fight. Even though you invested all your time there. His bot side is up, we see him top side, we could have punished that. You know how many mistakes this Karthus makes? Like, his entire bot side is up. Like, you do check the camps occasionally, but you don't check them enough because you're not tracking. You're scared that you walked and waste your time. But then you're not scared to walk to place to get a kill and waste your time. Right, you get the flash here, but if Galio is human, he doesn't even flash. Okay. Bot side is up. His red buff is spawning now. We're looking for another kill. Okay, great, we get a kill. We actually go Sterox Gauge second. So when do you build this one of the strongest early game items on AD UDYR in late game, I wonder. You get a fat push here, which is really nice. You get this, you probably leave here. Lose that. The thing is, it's just very inefficient what I'm seeing here. Like, you could have taken his bot side already. You could have, like, done so much more just by simple pathing. Simple pathing. Simple as pathing, and Karthus would be like a level 9 minion with a cool skin right now. So third dragon you decide to fight, you're not pinging anything, you're just completely passive. Now you get the kill on Galio, which is actually kind of surprising because his team was next to him, but I guess they didn't have ultimate summoner spells. I mean, ultimate cooldowns. That's fine, you get the dragon here. Now you go Eclipse. Brother, if you want to build Eclipse, build it first. This item is a snowball item. This is not an item you build third item, in my opinion. It's still gonna amp up your damage now, but it's like, at this point I would rather have like a Sundered Sky or Titanic Hydra. You have 2 HP items already. Right, you can't go Titanic Hydra. You could go a Bloodmail, or a DMP would even be better at this point. What you're building is just strange. Okay, we take top side here. For some reason, we're not looking for the top side play. See what happened here. So we see that they are both collapsing on him. We see that it looks like he's getting out while we are on chickens. Looks like he's gonna die here though. Okay, that's fine then. Actually surprised that you didn't go for that. It was actually good. You're gonna probably just one-shot Carthasy. I mean, yeah, with passive instead. Doesn't have camps. I would just ping Nash here. Why are we like looking like you're doing this weird thing where you just always want to play for kills. Like every play you do is just playing for kills. You have a Nash here, Karthus is dead, Jonas dead. Twitch is full HP mid, then you have your entire team here almost. Other than Pyke, who's useless in 5 seconds, he wouldn't DPS the Nash anyways. Okay, we get a kill on... We get a flash kill on Jinx instead of getting a free kill. Probably because they're gonna contest this like Headless Chickens or Nash. Nash is still up. So far we have done nothing with this amazing kill we got in Karthus. We get 50% HP, 70% HP on one turret. For an amazing kill sequence, a top lane into jungle kill sequence. We don't get the Nash, and we die and give shutdown to the scaling champion in their team. Now they're getting Nash. I mean, Kafusi is just a Narnia though. I think they're still getting Nash here though. Nah, Kafus is inting. Again, I don't even really care about how bad Kafus plays. I'm just like more focusing on what you can do better as a player. Decision making needs work. Stop playing for every kill. Kills are not winning games. You're just chasing this guy to Narnia right now. Not good, bro. You had his jungle open and you had your jungle open. Remember what I said about your OPGG? That you're going for too many plays that are unnecessary and farm too little. Now this game you didn't die a lot yet. But I assume the devs are gonna stack up now because their team is scaling much better than we do. Okay. We see the Galio... What is it? Galio E... No, Galio W actually. We don't E2 this. We take our entire HP by here and we are out of the fight. We don't ping back. For some reason we don't communicate to our team that we are not part of this fight. We just assume that our Emerald team kind of understands this magically. Blue team gets double kill. This is good. No idea how he sees that you kill the crab and just walks up to a bush. He could have just noshed there. I don't know why you're not using your passive on this. I mean, there's nobody to outsmite you there. I guess Jinx ult. Jinx ult could be a reason why. Bro, your build is so wonky. Imagine you would have Eclipse first item, Stride Breaker second item, and then LDR third. You would have one-shotted this guy here. Like, LDR has such huge value here because there is 100% people gonna build armor. And even against targets that don't, it's like a huge damage boost because 40% of your armor, like if we just look at Seraphine for example, who doesn't have a lot of armor, that is still at least like 20 lethality or something. So that's not bad. Okay. We got DNP. I think the items need a lot of work for you too. You're like not building in the right sequence. And quite honestly, if the enemy team wasn't horrible, this game would have been over already. Like even if you play against like a low master player in this game, they would have gotten Nash already and your jungle would have been farmed way more. Again, playing for kills. Let's see if you get the kill here. You do. And this is like... Okay, we have to talk about this. But first I want to give you a word of wisdom. If you get kills and everybody's already near the objective, Why are we not playing for the objective first before we play for the kills? Why are we not controlling our team? Why are we not pinging anything as a jungler? Your team is probably looking for your guidance this entire game, right? We get the kill here. Cool. Then... So this is not even a bad fight, by the way. But why are you just running in? Wait for your team to walk up. Wait for your Gnar to be in range to get the kills. Look how close he is to passive. This is perfect. Play it slow. Play it slow. You're 50 seconds before Yone is coming up. Why are you just running into 5 people in flash? Like, if you guys lose this fight, then it's just 100% your fault. Like, you completely griefed this entire fight for 0. Like, look at how easy you could have played this, by the way. You even have... You have flash up, you have passive up in this fight, right? Kill him. No, you don't have passive. But it's very soon to be up. Why do you not just walk left and right here for a few seconds? Let the talent come in. Let the Gnar, your engage, get in. Imagine Gnar gets an engage off here. Gets an ult off. He gets mega very soon, and then you follow up engage. Instead, you flash in, stun her, when there is nobody even remotely in range to do anything. Lose your entire HP bar, while your team can only watch you die. Press W2 with 1 point in W or something. And you just die for fun. This is like such a game-losing fight, or not fight, such a game-losing micro-decision-making, right? And he's gonna die again. Like, think about playing a good jungler in this game, bro. The Gnar would have been killed 3 times over. And if you are a good jungler, you had so many good kills this game that you could have translated into objectives, but you just didn't. And you communicate like shit. You don't communicate, actually. You don't even communicate like shit. Like, I saw you ping 3 times. Now, somehow we are in a situation where Galio and Jinx get this Nash. This Nash has been living way too long. It's an organic Nash, bro. They low-key get this. Ay. Bad thing at the Awaken, it's fine, we're late game. Yone is still inting. Okay, we are in a 4v5 situation. We push topside. I mean, we're in a 4v4 actually. Twitch just died. I think splitting here is fine, you have grubs. Just ping your team back, not to die. Dragon spawning. That's good. I like what you're doing here. You're keeping the waves pushed. They do kill Galio. This is very, very good for you. But again, is it good for you because you're playing good, or is it good for you because they are playing bad? It's the latter, bro. You're not making anything good happen on the map. Yes, you get some kills. Yes, you don't play UDYR horribly wrong, right? You built a little bit wonky and all that, but it's fine. But overall, you're not the person that's making like anything happen on the map. And this is like, I know the feeling you have right now. You're like so late into the game, you don't even know how to win the game anymore exactly. You're just hoping that something good happens. And good things still happen though, somehow. In Germany, we say even a blind chicken can find the corn. And you're the blind chicken right now, eating hella corn. Okay. Again, we are in this position right now. No objectives are up. That means that the enemy team gets to scale more. That means that the enemy team gets to build more armor. What are we doing here? Like, can you just like take a moment and look at the map where your team is? Like, look how far you are. Even if it's just Yone and Karthus here, you probably like have to burn a lot. This is so bad. Instead of having a controlled fight, like you play like you don't have engage in your team, and you play like your team is irrelevant when your team is actually doing quite well. It's just flipping. You just get a lot of kills and then do never anything with these skills. Literally never. You don't translate these skills. And one thing that I've noticed with a lot of Emerald players, you guys don't ping for shit. You guys don't communicate at all with your team. So now a Nash is coming up, right? We want to call our team, hey, Nash is spawning, guys. Let's play for that, right? Let's play for that. Like, let's just ping Nash, 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 whatever, whatever. But we don't ping anything. We get mortal reminder here, which is okay. I would have went LDR. Honestly, I think that the healing is your secondary problem here, but it's fine. Lose 10% pen. It's just a fucking fiesta at this point. There's not even too much for me to say. Like, you missed the opportunity of being the jungler that wins the game. Every good high elo jungler right now plays for objectives, guys. Every high elo jungler plays for farm and objectives. Farm is objectives, basically. Getting a blue buff or red buff is an objective. Crab is an objective. Okay. They're on Nash. Now this very important fight. Is probably the last fight you're gonna have. And again, you just don't look where your team is. Like, your team is here, bro. They are here. They can't, like, walk up to this. Like, your timing is awful. You blow another awakening. And they got Nash. Okay. We use so many E awakens to get out of bad positions at this point. It's almost like UDYR doesn't have a passive for you. Galio's playing this actually very well. But it's a full 80 team comp with 2 lethality users in late game versus champions who can build armor. Galio can only play this well. And this is game, everybody. Nothing even matters at this point, it's game. Nothing even mattered for like the last... I would say when you didn't do the Nash, when you got the kill on Karthus, anything after that almost just didn't even matter anymore. I don't know when that is, I think it's here. Yeah. Right, they kill Yon dead. You kill Karthus. Give me one fucking good reason not to do Nash here, my friend. One good reason. 1 person here, 2 people here, 3 people here, 2 people dead, 4 people on Nash. They want to contest this? Fine, you 4v3 them. Galio doesn't even have ult. You're just not playing for objectives, you're just playing for kills, for fun. This is kind of like a repeating thing for you. You are easily in a position where you could do something to win this game. Like, calm it down a little bit. Calm it down on the kills, like you're not trying to get on Synapse, like let's be honest, and just try to play for objectives a little bit harder. Like every high elo player plays for objectives right now. Try to be a leader, try to communicate to your team, hey, Nash is spawning, we just cooked top and jungle, maybe we should do Nash. Hey, Karthus is bot side, I could do grubs for free here and walk into his jungle and look for a fight that is gonna put Karthus behind, right? But you constantly look for ganks and fights. Like you play UDYR like he's the Sin, basically. As if UDYR has no agency over what happens on the map when it comes to objectives. And that's like the running theme for you, it seems. Like you do get good kills. Even though I'm not necessarily saying that the kills you get depend much on how you play. It depends kind of more on how bad Karthus played. For example, on this, just walking into you or here walking into you. But you don't translate these punishments into opportunities for your team. You're basically just taking a kill, looking for another kill. It's almost like objectives only spawn into your mental map as soon as you ace the enemy team. So yeah, guys, that's basically it for this VOD review. play for objectives. Keep that in mind. Every good jungler plays for objectives. Try to map out the game flow before the game even starts, right? Try to understand, okay, what objective do I even need this game? Do I need the grubs? Do they have a Tristana mid lane and Tristana's just gonna destroy the entire map if she gets the grubs? Or do we have, like, do we need to scale a little bit harder? What type of dragons are spawning, etc., right? Like, try to read the map a little bit. Like, try to, like, take, even if it's just one out of these points I just said, right? For grubs and dragon, this is already going to help you win so many games. And try to, like, stop forcing all these random fights and try to, like, play for objectives. Objectives is what's going to kill the Nexus at the end of the game, okay? Having, like, the objective control. So with that being said, I hope you liked this video. Like would be much appreciated. A subscribe would be much appreciated. And if you want to join my Discord server and get your VOD reviewed, you can do that for free. Without further ado, see you guys on the next one. Peace.